My thoughts on the Golden State Warriors so far this season. First of all, Steph is having a crazy start to the season, averaging like 5 plus threes a game, like 4 plus threes in every single game so far. At this point, it's like eight games so far this season. They just beat the Detroit Pistons, but he started off that game like he started off last game in Cleveland, like going crazy from three, like 16 plus points in the first quarter. But then in the Detroit game, it was one of those games like he had him. He has those type of games where he'll start off like 6 or 7, or like 5 or 7, or like 6 or 8, something crazy like that in the first quarter. But then in like the second, third, and fourth quarter, he'll go cold. Maybe he'll hit like 2 or 3 more threes. He'll end up shooting like 6 for 14, or like 7 for 15, or something crazy like that. He'll start off real hot, but then get cold. It's weird how it happens. But yeah, but I don't see him scoring. I don't see him shooting 400 plus threes. I don't see that happening because in order for him to do that, he had to plus 7. He had to play 70 plus games, and I don't see him doing that this season. But Clay is having a decent season. Started off a little bit slow, but he's rounding into shape. Greenwood, Draymond Green, he's having a decent season. But the topic of conversation on this video really is Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is a curious case to me because he comes and he goes, but this the start of this season he's been mainly off, like getting beat on defense, like straight line drives to the baskets. Sometimes he'll like space out and lose track of his man on the strong side and weak side on defense. His jump shot ain't falling, even in the post. Like when he gets those smaller guards on him, his little baby hook shot that ain't even falling. And Kaminga is playing better than him at this point in the season. But Kaminga is starting these fourth quarters and taking his minutes in the fourth quarter. And sometimes Wiggs don't even get to come back in the fourth quarter. They'll bring GP2 in or bring CP3 back in. But I don't see Wiz keeping his start. In spite of it keeps up by like game 2025, he's still on like this cold start. I see them either put him on the bench or maybe he end up in trade talks or something. Crazy to say that he helped them win a championship in 2022 and was their second best player. But if they're trying to win a chip, if he can't get it together, that's what might end up happening. He might end up in trade talks, or he might end up coming off the bench for Kaminga or Moody. But I think CP3 is going to stay off the bench or stay on the bench, doing so well with the bench in the way that he is. He would be in 6 men of the year talks, but I don't think his scoring is going to be up to par. Even though his scoring has gone up in the last couple games, I don't see him scoring at the rate to get him in 6 men of the year talks because 6 men of the year is pretty much a like the quarterback award. It's reserved for certain type of players. Like the quarterbacks get the MVP talks in the NFL. In the NBA, 6 man of the year is pretty much the dude that scores all the points coming off the bench. That's pretty much all it is. But the way he's been playing coming off the bench, dude has like 62 assists to like 6 turnovers. That's like a nine to one ratio assist to turnovers. That's crazy coming off the bench. Moody has been having a crazy start to the season. He's been like dare I say it, like their fifth best player after Steph, Chris Paul, Dre, Kaminga, GP2, and I would say Moody. I like 6, yeah, 5, 6, somewhere around there. And it's interchangeable from game to game. But Sarge has been a nice little add in the offseason. That's what they really needed, a stretch 5 or a stretch 4 to really stretch that 4. And the way he played with CP3 in that pick and pop game they got coming out the bench is crazy. Really, the whole bench, the bench is crazy. The bench mob is what they call it in some of the videos that I see. That's really that's really been keeping them in the games. The first handful of games they had has really been the bench. That's why I hate listening to the Warriors channels that they have on YouTube. I think it's 95.7 or something. The radio stations that they have in the Bay Area, because they're titled the videos like Steph is carrying the Warriors, and I hate that word so much when they say about basketball. Like Steph is carrying the Warriors. He's not carrying the Warriors. That bench unit has been keeping them in games, and really the starting unit has been getting beat, and it's been the second unit that's been keeping them in games, and Steph has been keeping the starting unit afloat, if they want to say that, because Dre's scoring comes and goes, and Clay has these spotty in and out moments during games, and to start the game off, he's kind of cold some games. But yeah, even the rookies are Trace Jackson Jr. and Ozimski. Both of them are nice pickups. And they have that. They've been having a nice little start to the season. The defense needs to pick up though. If they can pick the defense up in the starting unit, I can see them in the Western Conference Finals with